Hey everyone, so today we're going to be talking about how to get all those rare crafting materials that you guys have been probably trying to get, like things like adhesive to make your elite saber-tooth gear. Maybe you need to get magnets so you can make really cool weapons, mods to make sure that your gear has 70% durability loss prevention. So the first one that we are going to do is right here at this portal called River Valley. And this one's really the easiest one. I hit this one at least a few times a day. Just keep in mind that the respawn on a lot of these is about an hour, so you kind of have to wait. So again, River Valley, we're going in here, and this is going to get us our tier 3 mods for weapons or armor, and this will be for durability, 70% reduction in durability loss. So we just enter the cave here. And we're going to run along to this torch. We run along the back side. We fall down to this little cliff. We go backwards, and then we go straight. And boom, we're in this dark little cave here. We cut around the corner, and we are into the pyramid. That's the short version. First thing we do is we hit to the upper right. Again, torch, not torch. One torch lit, one torch not lit. So we're just going to run in through this room here. And the only thing we're doing for this run is we are trying to get to the final boss as quickly as possible. So we're just literally following the torches lit, torches not lit method. We go around like this. It's on the opposite side of the square. Once you do this a few times, you'll have it memorized. You'll have this on farm. Now, we are going to want to make sure that we have some corrosive tanks, which can be easily picked up right next to us here. So let's just grab any one of these to get corrosive tanks. Alright, so all we really need to do is we just got to throw a corrosive tank at this guy. And we're just going to break him down real fast. Okay, don't really care about the loot that much. Now, one thing that's interesting is this dungeon will also give you talc, and talc is used for tier 2 durability mods. So if you're not farming the tier 3 durability mods, you'll at least be getting stuff for the tier 2s. Over here, which is our main loot, and you'll see right here that we got tier 3 durability mods, and I am currently on 3x because I'm on an official server that's having a merge event, so you can get up to 3 tier 3 mods, and it's either going to be durability for gear or it's going to be durability for weapons, one of those two. But this is literally the only place to get it in the entire world, so you're going to have to come to this dungeon and farm that quite a few times in order to build up your armor so that it has those mods built into it, and it will make a tremendous difference for your good gear, so I highly recommend it. You don't want to use it on all of your gear, but you definitely want to use it on the good stuff. When we want to leave now, we just literally jump down to this pillar and we just go left. That's all you gotta do is remember to just hug left on the exit, and we're out of here. Next up is the mysterious magnets. So those are only found up here in the desert, in this holy ruin right here. So in order to come up here, we're going to have to endure some radiation damage. So fair warning, if you come up here with a mount, you're going to want to make sure that you definitely move fast or have anti-radiation for your mount. Okay, so the first thing we can do is we're just going to climb up this tunnel here, and it's of course a storm during the filming of this video, so we're just going to bear through in the middle of a storm. I can kind of just make my way through here. It's just like a big canyon that you run up, so nothing too crazy. Now we're just going to get there fast, so we're going to jump down this cliff right when we start. You don't want to go all the way down, you'll kill your mount, so you just want to like take your time going from like ledge to ledge. And there we go. We're trying to make our way to the big temple in the back. Now, any one of the chests in this area will drop magnets. But we're here to just get the goodies as much as we can and as fast as we can. So I like to just go right for the boss. Depends on your level, of course. If you're just kind of like low level and you're kind of grinding, then you probably just want to like get the loot as you go. You can also get the loot in the pyramid as well. But I recommend if you're higher level, just sprint right to the final boss, and you'll probably get a lot of quick loot that way. So we look for this torch lit, torch not lit room right here. We look for that room that was torch lit, torch not lit, and then we just go again this way, torch lit, torch not lit. Almost there. Remember to have those corrosive tanks with you no matter what. So we can knock this one out real fast. All right. So the loot from this guy should also give you a pretty good amount of magnets. As you can see right there, we got quite a few. So if you feel like fighting the middle boss, you can do that too. If not, just skip right to the final boss. But those are really the only chests we care about in this dungeon that give you the most yield for magnets. Okay. This is the respawner. Make sure you click that. There you go. And then we will always respawn. You just have to walk into the room to trigger it. All right, let's go pop off this boss real quick. They also have some bonus loot up here in this other side room that you can visit. As you can see, we can get some extra magnets there too. So basically, all we're doing is we're killing the middle boss, we're killing the final boss, and we're getting the treasure chest in both of those rooms. And then the treasure chest on the side room here. It's not the main room, because the main room just has a mask. So once again, like my mount is taking radiation damage, so you want to make sure that you kind of like hustle through this and get them back to safety. So we're just going to climb up this little pillar here, and we can climb up over this wall. Again, you can just have your mount follow you if you can't jump or whatever. Bloodstone. So in order to get Bloodstone, we have to come to this portal here called Wetland. It's near the water, not to be confused with this other portal that's called Wetland. You want to go to the one that's actually next to the water. It's to the far west, map west of the ancient pyramid that's up on the hill for the gorilla boss. So once we go to this portal, we'll be good to go. Now, there's some things you want to make sure you bring. If you just came back from the desert, I just want to throw this out there. You can always eat honey on your person in order to help get rid of the radiation faster for consumption. But what we're going to be dealing with here is actually poison. So you're going to want to make sure you have an antidote so that you can give yourself an antidote, and then you want to give your mount an antidote if you're going to be running through really fast with me. Okay, here we go. So now we have an antidote on. We're good to go. You just turn around from the portal and you look for this cave entrance. And again, we are here for Bloodstone really quick. You will also get poison mods when we're in this dungeon. So we're just going to race right to the end. What we're looking for on the ground here is a little area. There it is. It looks like vines. Okay, so you're going to look for these vines down here next to the toads. Just pull out any weapon. Knock through them as fast as you can. Whatever does the most damage. Hammer works good. 3 swings and you should be in. And now we're just going to rush through this dungeon as fast as we can. And all we care about is the middle boss and the final boss. So we're going to go this way. There we go. Here's the first mid-boss. We get our corrosive tanks out. We hit it. Let's beat him down. He gone. Alright, and then this is the first chest that gives us a significant amount of Bloodstone. So that's the first one you want to hit. Okay, and when we're done killing that middle boss, we just look for the torch lit, torch not lit. We're gonna head this way. And then you're gonna look for this torch lit, torch not lit right here. And we're gonna go into this room, and here's where we're gonna kind of cheese this. We're just gonna jump up and off this platform, but I gotta get a safe spot. So let's just go right to here. This is probably good enough. Yeah, not too bad. Corrosion, gauntlets. Wrecked. Again, if you have to fight that guy with a hammer or with gauntlets like normal, it's best to just like roll sideways as you're fighting him. So here we go. So now we killed the final boss, so we get the poison proof mod 3s, which we are probably going to want to put on like mount saddles or anything like really particular for poison stuff. And then we get a whole crap ton of bloodstones. So pretty cool. Grab ourselves a bonus chest on the way out. There you go, get a little bit more, because why not? And if you really want it, at the very end, you can get yourself the Torch of Eternity upgrade. But all we really need to do is just get those treasure chests, and then we're going to head down these this little side path, and this should take us to the exit right here. And then we're right back into the cave. We also put another chest right here, just a heads up. You might as well get it. You know, it's there. And that's how you quickly farm Bloodstones. Now, when you're coming down here, you actually want to be careful and go through this area. I've actually almost died by jumping off of that shortcut. And then you just want to go up. Remember, up is out. Okay, now the second one that we're going to be going for is Jade. And this gem can be found way over here in the middle of the map on the far left, which is known as the Jungle Cave. And this is also a poisonous one. So again, we want to make sure that we give our mount an antidote. We want to give ourselves an antidote. So as soon as we run in here from the portal, we're just going to make our way down here. Of course, it's like bad weather and crazy while we're doing this. And you're going to hug kind of the right side a little bit, and we're just going to keep pushing forward. And you should open up into a cave here. There it is. And we're just going to run through this cave. And you're going to get down to like this flat open area. We're going to look for vines, which are right here. So we're just going to open up these vines. Keep pushing straight. And there should be, whoops, I'm going to go left there at the Y. And then you just keep pushing through here, and here we go. There's some more vines. Get rid of these. Okay, now we can get back on our mount. And we are going to go left. And we're going to go up this ramp, left again. And we can cut through here. This is kind of like a shortcut. Bounce back up on here. And now we're going to kind of snake around this ramp. And just keep hugging left. And then eventually, you will get yourself back up to... I can't see, it's so freaking misty. You'll see this ramp that kind of gets you to here. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make our way to this giant temple you can see underground. But most importantly, you got to enter off to the right here. So if you go off to this side, you'll see these torches with a bridge. That means you're going the right way. And then we just kind of snake up these stairs. There is an elite scorpion there, but there's really no point. There's a chest near it. It's kind of lame loot, so... Alrighty, and now we're going to get in here. This is where you get a respawner right there. We're going to keep pushing straight. There he is. is this little treasure chest right here, and this one will give us a fair amount of Jade, which is what we're looking for. So we got some good amount of Jade there, but the big stuff comes from the final boss. So again, we're looking for torch lit, torch not lit. We're going to go through here. Again, this is a hustle kind of thing. If you're on a mount, you want to keep moving as quick as you can until you get to this room right here on the right. Now you can breathe. This is the safe room, and you will not take poison damage in here. As you can see in the top right of the screen there, we are no longer taking poison damage. It's actually going down. So now you can actually reassess, and when you're ready, you can go for the final boss. So let's go take out this final boss real quick. I explained how to attack this guy in my tutorial for getting the wilderness mask. So if you want to take a look at that video, go ahead and check it out. And there you go, 39 Jade, not bad. We also get some blood crystals, we get some worship containers, which will come in handy for boss fights later, and we get some Chalcedony, which can't hurt at all. Now to get out of here, it's a little tricky. We just jump off this cliff here carefully, and we're going to head basically straight in this direction. And as long as we kind of hug to the right and stay to the right here, you're going to see that we can just get right back up where we came from. It's really foggy, but this is the cave that we came from, so we're good to go. So just kind of hug to the right, stay straight, and it'll take you back to our cave. And then once we're in the cave, you again, just like the last one, up and out, up and out. Just keep remembering up and out. So you just want to keep making sure that you're going up, and eventually you'll get out. Okay, and now we're going to hug left, because remember we hugged right when we came in, so we're just going to hug left the whole time. There you go. We are back where we started. So next on our list is Purple Crystal. Purple Crystal is a very rare crystal that drops off of either from mining, from doing certain bosses. You can get it from certain chests. Pretty much anywhere in the snow biome is where you're going to find Purple Crystal. So looking at the snow biome, it's freaking massive, and there's a bunch of little chests and bosses we can fight, but ultimately I usually just go the easy route and I just go mining. You can also do, bosses and stuff if you want, or just naturally explore and loot chests. And chests aren't honestly that bad to get the Purple Crystal. They're probably actually debatably faster, but if you're like low level, and again, this tutorial is kind of for people that are like mid to late game, so they're probably not strong enough to just like slaughter a whole camp instantly. So if you're still kind of struggling with the guys that you're fighting with in the winter biome, I highly recommend coming up here to this zone, which I'm going to show you right now. This is a mine that I like to go to, and you'll see this big open flat cave here. So it's called the Elite Spider Crystal Cave. It's a big pit. It's the largest pit in the entire map for crystal, but we're talking about blue crystal, not purple crystal. But we can still proc from mining this stuff. So if we switch to our mine and we start mining this, of course you're going to get like little nasties that come out. And I'm going to kind of show you how to survive this cave, because it's a weird cave. You're also going to get Chalcedony in here, which is pretty nice. Anytime you mine this crystal, you have a chance of getting Chalcedony or the purple crystal. So you're just going to basically chill out, do a bunch of mining in this area, and you'll get a ton of XP. One thing that I did that kind of made the grind a lot easier when I needed this stuff is I would bring characters that I knew needed a lot of body XP, because you can level up your character so fast by mining this crystal in this high level area. So the one problem you're going to notice is there's spiders everywhere in this cave. Now, to most people, that might be like a massive turnoff, like, nope, no way, not going in there, that sounds terrible. It's not as bad as you would think. There's a little bit of a learning curve to the spider cave, but once you figure it out, you're okay. So when they start to lock onto you for good, like basically they're just gonna follow my audio for a while. But once they start to actually lock onto you, you don't want to be like aiming straight at them because they're gonna try to throw a web at you. So you always want to be like going sideways, right? So like let's round all these guys up. So I'm just always gonna be moving, always moving, kind of going around back and forth, right? We get them all bunched up and then we burn them down. I mean, you're not going to maybe do as much damage as that when you're first starting, obviously. But if you just have a good spear and shield, and you just burn them real fast, or some good gauntlets, I would not recommend a hammer unless you want to try to like stand on top of rocks and stuff, which you can still do. I've done that too. Like you just kind of like yoink yourself up here and then just kind of like hit them from up here where they can't hit you. But they can still kind of like clip up there and bite you sometimes, or whatnot. But long story short, you get XP for it, and you're going to also get a bunch of poison when you harvest them with your butcher knife. So yeah, you get a bunch of venom. I just got 64 venom from that. The ironic thing is that the blue crystal itself is not really needed. You're going to use it for silica sand and a bunch of other things, but it's not like, let's just put it this way, you're going to have more blue crystal than you know what to do with. So what I do is I just literally throw it out. Just throw the crystal out, throw it on the ground, who cares, ignore it. Just throw it on the ground, nobody cares. If it's too heavy, no big deal, because you'll be mining like crazy in here. And really all we care about is proccing those purple crystals and proccing the Chalcedony. Another trick is you can actually switch over to your shadow mask and just go invisible. And you can go mining while you're invisible like this. So if you don't want to deal with all the crap from all these spiders, you can just go invisible like this. It's just going to cost you a lot of energy. And they still will attack you if they get on top of you, so you still have to be a little careful. But as long as you manage your energy really well, you could just do it this way too, and you probably would have nothing to worry about. We can go down into the underground where the bats are. Let's go try down here. If you ever find one of these caves, you can just come on down and basically just run on through and try to get to a treasure. We finally got him. It was at the bottom of the bat cave, buried deep under here. That actually wasn't too bad if you can be invisible for most of it. It's very annoying if you can't be invisible, I can tell you that much. Okay, he's running for his life. I don't know why a ruin wolf is running. I think it's literally supposed to be defending this area, but whatever. Alright, let's loot this chest and see if we get lucky. Okay, we actually got lucky on that one. So yeah, I would say that from my experience in the past, as well as the run that I did here today, basically you have a 1% drop chance of a purple crystal when you're mining, but it's kind of more relaxing to do the mining because you can just kind of like zone out and just, you know, the spiders are very predictable. Or you can do the other crystal cave, which is a little bit easier. It's got a few guys in there you can take out. So overall, I think that if you're in a hurry to get purple crystals, your best bet is to probably try to do some ruins, because that's going to give you your best chance of getting a purple crystal. But if you're not in a hurry to have purple crystals, then you can probably just go mining and you'll slowly get them as you mine. Alright, well, hopefully this video helped you guys out a little bit. Hopefully it showed you how to get some of those more rare resources that you guys are going to need to do certain crafting and to do certain events and stuff. If you guys want to know more about how to find crystals, I got a video on that. Feel free to check it out. It explains where to get all the yellow crystals, tons of green crystals, tons of blue crystals, and fun little tactics like that. And then also, if you guys need to know anything else about the actual boss fights that we did, I go more into detail with some of those dungeons in some of my other videos when you're trying to look for the masks and stuff. So hopefully that helped. You guys take it easy and check out my other videos if you need more help.